Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Thunder and Lightning Podcast, episode 141. I'm Thunder,
And I'm Lightning.
and he's been waving the whole time. It stopped, thankfully. The bit was he's going to wave until he introduced himself, which I was hoping for, but there was always a chance it was going to continue the entire podcast.
No, that would just be very anxiety driving.
Right? You'd think, right?
It would be for me, and I was the one doing it.
Okay, I just want to say once again, because this is technically a new podcast, apologies for the frame drops. My computer's running fantastic right now, but there's a storm outside, so there's nothing we can do about that. Apologies in advance. Lightning, how was your week?
Man, my week was school filled.
Yeah.
We went up New Hampshire. That was a lot of fun.
We did, yes.
We did a lot of cool things with Little L Lightning and Little T Thunder, Monsoon,
Yes.
and Thunder and Lightning, and
A
Little
new edition.
L Lightning's new boyfriend, who I won't talk about because that's this is public and we haven't really
Yeah.
talked about
Yeah.
that.
But I will say this. I don't care if he doesn't want me to say this. He's a very cool guy. And
he
I
is
like
a very
hanging out
cool
with
guy.
him.
Me too. I had a lot of fun. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
Was I had a lot of fun, and hopefully he'll, respectfully, if he wants nothing to do with being on camera, hopefully we can at least talk about our adventures.
Yeah.
He didn't say, it wasn't like, hey, don't talk about me. I
No.
feel like we're making it out like he was like, hey, don't talk to me.
No, the fact of the matter is we never talked to him about literally any of this, so I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
Wanna, yeah, no, you have the completely exact correct mindset for this. He's cool, and that's all we'll say about him because he did not approve of us.
Yeah.
Or disapprove, but he but no, it was a very fun weekend. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you again for saving our butts, Drizzle and Tsunami,
Yes.
who looked like they played a really fun game Wednesday. I want to check it out.
What
It
was
was the horror camping. I forget what it was
Oh,
called.
Night in the Woods.
Yeah,
I've heard a
yeah.
lot of good things about Night in the Woods. Haven't checked it out myself. Yeah, it's a cute little explorative 2D number, right?
I looked it.
Yeah.
I haven't, because I've been doing paperwork and stuff, but I haven't quite been able to check it out, but it seemed like it was fun.
Well, Wednesdays for me have been a lot of TV, because that's when Disney Plus updates. That's when Masked Singer Lego Masters is happening.
Let me tell you about one thing during my week, though.
Yeah, go for it.
So, I'm in writing papers, as I said.
Yes,
and
for school.
Yes. And I was riding on the train yesterday to get to school.
Oh, I had a question. If I could just cut in real quick. Because I was confused about something. Are you not riding the T? You're riding an actual train?
Well, the commuter rail to the T.
I guess I don't know what the commuter rail is. Is it just a normal-ass train, like from a movie?
More or less.
Oh, okay. Because I was on the phone with you while you were on the train. You were like, oh, hold up, the conductor's coming by. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because I just assumed you were on, the blue line or whatever. But you're saying there's a different train that you have to take to get to the blue line.
Well, I don't even take the blue line. I take the red line.
Right. No, but I just mean, the subway.
Yeah,
There's a train you take to get to the subway.
Have you ever been to North Station?
The one we picked you up from?
No, that's Swampscott Station.
Oh, no.
That's the commuter rail line, though, by the way.
Right.
But, yeah, you've never seen the big train going by that station? Was that the first time you've ever been to that station?
No, that's where our barber is.
Yeah. Yeah, the train that goes by there is
I guess I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah, it's like a real train.
So you get on that, you take that to the subway system, and then you take the subway system to school.
More or less, yeah. I mean, there's a big walk between the two, but yeah.
Right, yeah, of course. Yeah, I guess I just didn't know that. You said conductor approached you, I was like, what the fuck? But it wasn't important enough to, ask you about it.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No,
you
it's
were
okay.
telling us a story about when you were on the train yesterday.
I was on the commuter rail yesterday, and I was just thinking about all the assignments that I do and how scary it is and stuff. And
yeah.
I was like, fuck, I've got what's supposed to be a 6-minute 3-slide PowerPoint presentation due to this class that I'm going to today that I did not do.
Oh, no.
So I my professor's never gonna watch this. It's okay. I watch her show up in chat. I started writing it on the train because
Okay.
it was the 3 slides were your current definition of music. Talk about it for 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Your current definition of therapy. Talk about it for 2.5 minutes. Your current definition of music therapy. Talk about it for 2.5 minutes. And that
Okay.
doesn't sound like a lot, and it wasn't a lot. But, like, I think I was because all the presentations I've been doing for this class have lasted, like, an hour and a half minimum. So, like, I was like, God damn, another presentation. But I forgot how short it was. So I started writing these out. And then I got to class, and there's only 6 of us in our whole modality. So we're close, and I was like, hey, can I make 3 slides on your computer right now for class? Oh, now it's off.
I know, so I just wanted to... It didn't look like... Sorry, I'm done fucking with it.
Okay. And I did. And I did my presentation, and everybody loved it. And my professor was essentially like, I hope someday I see an article about what you've come up with here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So did you, like... Because obviously you did this incredibly last minute. Did you, like, throw together 3 slides and then just, like, do the rest off the dome?
No, I wrote everything out on the train there.
Okay.
I could give you my presentation right now if you
good,
wanted.
I think. I'm sure it was fantastic and impressive. I've no doubt about that, but I think I'm good.
But yeah, I was just proud of myself for that.
That sounds cool.
Thank you.
That I've definitely had moments like that where I'm like on the way to class F, and I'm like, what was I supposed to do for class F? Oh yeah, a big huge project that I haven't started.
Yeah, and this was our last class, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
so
you gotta
I had literally
you
no
gotta
other
do that.
opportunity I had literally no other opportunity to give this presentation.
I would have panicked completely.
Oh, I did.
I would have probably done what you did, but less eloquently.
Well, so for the first time in my life, maybe, I was just sitting on the train, right? Just like, as one does.
Yeah.
And, like, just thinking in my head. And if anybody was watching me, I just all of a sudden go. And I really did that.
Yeah.
I've never actually done that in my life. I immediately, like, I was probably listening to music. I was like, shut that shit off.
Nice.
And I did it. So, yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. That was my week.
Okay, so okay, 2 things. I don't want to be like, "Oh, I have a food story firework cannon," cuz I don't. But I want to talk about food real quick.
Okay.
Cuz if you've listened to my food stories, if you care about my food opinions,
Soon to be the next podcast.
please don't make me do that.
Layout.
If you care about my food opinions, I have them about Popeyes. So,
Yes.
Popeyes has a new blackened chicken sandwich. Have you had it yet?
No.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
But
It's about time.
it's so real quick about the blackened chicken sandwich. It's not breaded. It's just like seasoned.
Oh,
It's really
okay.
it's really good and cool. I like it a
So
lot.
it's a grilled chicken
yes.
sandwich. Interesting.
Yes.
Because they make a fried chicken sandwich.
Yes. They refer to that as the classic chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
So, now that there's 2 sandwiches, there's 4 different versions of these sandwiches. There's classic spicy, blackened, and blackened spicy.
Okay.
So, there's also tenders. Obviously, that's probably the most ordered thing on the menu. They have classic tenders and spicy tenders. So, here's what I'm here to delineate. There's a difference in spice because the classic tenders are obviously fine, right? The spicy tenders, I think, are like the perfect amount of like.
I love the spicy tenders.
They're really good. It adds just enough. It's not too spicy. After I have a 5-piece that actually ended up being 9 pieces of spicy tenders, I'm never like, ooh, I got a spicy mouth. It's just like it's a very tasteful amount of spice that adds just what I didn't know the Popeyes tenders were missing, right? So take that over to the classic chicken sandwich and the spicy version of the classic chicken sandwich. The spicy version of a classic chicken sandwich doesn't have the same spicy chicken. What it does is it replaces the mayo with this like buffalo slathering.
Okay.
That is too spicy. Not like too spicy, but it's like enough where after I have one spicy classic chicken sandwich, I'm like, yeah, my mouth is I'm not doing okay. I'm gonna need a sec to eat more food or whatever I'm doing. Yesterday I went to Popeyes with my friend, and I ordered the blackened chicken sandwich, which I'd already had. Blackened chicken sandwich, very good, very flavorful. But they gave me a spicy blackened chicken sandwich, so I was like, I'll eat this, sure. This is my opinion.
Okay.
Do not get the spicy blackened chicken sandwich.
Okay.
It's too much spice, too much flavor. It was just far too much. The blackened chicken is very flavorful, and I like it a lot. When they added the spicy sauce that they use, it became too much. It was like I'm tasting the really good spicy sauce that is very spicy, and I'm also tasting the blackened chicken, but like these are not better than the sum of their parts. You know what I mean?
Sure.
The end. That is what I had to say about that. I've tried all four different versions, and also the two different forms of spicy that Popeyes has to offer. And here's what I have to say about it. Moving on, I have been tweeting a lot lately.
Oh, we just got a huge message. Sorry, I just shut my phone off. I'm on low battery, so I.
Oh yeah, no worries. It is it's Drizzle.
Yes.
It's Drizzle. And he says, while we're talking about Popeyes, can I just rant about how they brought back the big box, a meal they haven't had in years that included 2 biscuits and 2 sides, but then made it where you can't get tenders. It's only offered with their chicken breast, thighs, other parts I don't want. I was incensed when I found this out. I'm not sure if you use that word correctly, or maybe I don't know what that word means.
Irate, maybe, is what he meant. I don't know.
I was incensed. Yeah, that is what that says. Maybe I'm dumb. What does incensed mean? And was that a typo? But yeah, that does suck. I also don't like, because I've also had on the bone Popeyes that they gave me by accident. It's not as good.
Oh, I bet.
You
I've
have
never. Yeah. What do you say?
He says outraged.
Oh, weird typo.
Well, I think incensed means furious and indignant.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So incensed means outraged. That makes sense.
Gotcha.
It was in fact me. I was the dummy. Yeah, I don't like the on the bone stuff nearly as much as the boneless stuff. It's just got a different flavor. It's just like chicken wings are fun, right? But you eat one, you've had like Popeyes doesn't make a better chicken wing than
yes, I am 1,000% with you there. There's not a lot of room for. I don't know why either, but there's not a lot of room for improvement.
Right. It's just a wing.
Yeah.
But you take it over to tenders. Like, do I want tenders from Popeyes or do I want tenders from Sub Shop down the street? I'm going to do Popeyes 10 out of 10 times. Anyways, this is a little food discussion. I want to talk about Twitter. Not all the news that's happening with Twitter. I don't give a shit about any of that. I want to talk about my presence on Twitter. Do you see Ghost? What just happened?
Playing with my dog.
Oh, I thought you saw something behind you.
I did. It was my jacket. I thought this was my jacket for my peripheral vision.
Okay.
If I can. This was behind me. I thought it was my jacket. So then I put my hand back here, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, okay.
I did that quick so it wasn't like. So we didn't talk about it for an extended period of time.
Well, I'm sorry. I've been tweeting a lot, and the last week or so have been using Twitter, because I tweet when we go live, right? But I've been using Twitter as a place to put like one-liners, essentially, comedy one-liners, not pickup lines. and I'm not going to read them and be like, look how funny I am. But there is one that got no
But that's
track.
exactly what you're going to do?
No, because this one isn't even funny. This one's just like I had a thought, and I was like, I'm going to tweet that, and then no one engaged me about it, so I want to talk with you about it.
Oh, okay.
And
You're
going to
force me to talk about it.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And it's so simple, but here's what it is. This is the tweet. Do you think Michelangelo ever fell asleep?
Oh, I mean, are you talking about the fact that he had the weirdest fucking sleep schedule of any human being ever?
No, I'm talking about the fact that while he was painting the Sistine Chapel, he was laying on his back on the rafters.
Oh. And
I want to know if maybe he ever nodded off while painting that.
I have a non-funny answer.
Lay it on me.
It's weird that you chose this situation because he was known for sleeping 2 hours on, 2 hours off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So did he do some of that on the rafters?
I don't know, maybe. But he slept for 2 hours, was awake for 2 hours, and he felt it gave him the most energy and made him the most productive he could be when he was awake.
The fuck did he do that?
I don't know. I mean, but how the fuck did he do the Sistine Chapel? I mean, the guy was on another level.
Yeah.
There's a reason Futurama has a whole episode about him being an alien.
No, that's wait, is Michelangelo also an alien? Because I saw the Leonardo da Vinci is an alien.
Oh no, oh fuck. Oh, I fucked it all up. Leonardo da Vinci slept for 2 hours.
Oh.
On and off.
Okay.
I fucked it all up.
Start everything over.
Yeah, he probably fell asleep. Well, you know that actually this is about
that's the episode with the robot he hides.
Yes, I'm glad I made a Futurama reference.
His
man,
name's
did
like,
I fuck up.
His name was like Robot Orcio or some shit like that.
Yeah, he has the funniest Italian robot name.
Roboto Lamello or some shit. Hold on.
Yeah, no, please look that up because it is a master. That name itself is a masterpiece. But yeah, no, that was Leonardo DiCaprio. This was Michelangelo.
You said DiCaprio.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Sometimes I fuck that up and people make fun of me. So, but you
no,
did it on purpose.
I did it on purpose. Da Vinci. In case anybody doubted if I remembered what his name was.
The episode's called the Da Vinci Code, but "duh" is spelled like "duh."
Good. But he did get chronic back problems from doing that. So maybe he didn't fall asleep.
Michelangelo?
Yeah.
Animatronio. His name is Animatronio. God, what a great name! Oh, that's great. No, I assume back problems, right? But like you're I don't know. I fall asleep at my desk fucking answering emails. Like I can only imagine this dude who's like laying on his back, the position that we sleep in typically. And then he's like for months, I'm sure years, maybe even. It just flew into my head. I was like, whoa. Well, I would fall asleep if I was up there. And if I did, would I fall to my death? Like, did he have like a harness? Probably not.
Oh, probably not.
He was probably just the fuck up there, you know?
Yeah, I do. And then he made a amazing piece of art that the church immediately censored.
Yeah, what happened?
He made nude, and they put leaves on.
Oh, they made him do that?
No, I think they got somebody else to do it.
They photoshopped
the asshole spent like 2.5 years up there
on
doing
that dick.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
And if the answer's nah, shut up, totally fine. Because I know you've been very busy. Lego Masters? No, okay, no worries. It's over. Just letting you know.
No, I'm gonna this upcoming month, I'll be back to being a human being.
No worries. Just wanted to let you know. Now that it's over, next week is going to be a 3-night special event where it's a past Lego Master contestant and a celebrity doing a
Ooh.
Christmas thing.
That's cool.
Leslie
I like
Jordan's going to be in it, which is like,
okay.
he just recently passed away. The little guy who we talked about him for sure. He's like a little dude who's like, he would always talk like, "Oh, I'm just so excited to be here." He had a very unique voice, and he was on he was like the guest star on every single sitcom. I'm just gonna bring up a picture of him. I just realized this face is a bit Leslie Jordan, American actor, this dude. Recently passed away.
Oh, I still do not recognize this man.
He we talked about him on the podcast. He recently passed away. He's going to be on it. It looks like Robin Thicke is going to be on it. Yes, Leslie Jordan, who died, is going to be on this upcoming Lego Masters Christmas special. What the fuck is her name? Big mouth woman, live action Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents. She's going to be in it. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Let's talk about news. Can I start with the big one?
Yeah, so there's two burnt into my mind.
Okay.
I'll never forget them as long as I live.
Okay.
But, yeah, do you want to jump right to that first?
I would love to, if you
Because I
don't
think
mind.
this other one I want to talk about for a while as well.
Okay, cool.
Because there's a lot of context behind the other one I want to talk about.
Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, I have the honor of informing you, that, Pokémon, the Ultimate Journey, I think is what it's called, is the 20...
Yeah, they really tagged that on at the end, huh? That was like calling it the Skywalker
Oh, I
saga,
know.
which I fucking came up with first.
Oh, I believe you, buddy.
We have it on YouTube that this one came
That
up
eye
with it first.
With my little eye.
Yes.
So, Pokemon The Ultimate Journey, the 25th season of Pokemon in the Pokemon series, is going to be the last series to feature Ash and Pikachu.
Yeah.
The
Crazy.
next season, season 26, is going to be starring two new characters, a brother and sister, and their Pokemons, Fuecoco, Quaxley, and Sprigatito, the three starters from the newest Pokemon game. And they said there's 11 more episodes to air in America.
Starting
I think
January 23rd.
I think 11 more in America, but 3 more in Japan or something like that.
Okay.
And it's going to be like apparently a really big send off for Ash, which like I hope it would be.
Oh yeah, well they said they're going to cap him off really well, but also give you glimpses into what his future is going to be.
That's cool too.
Yeah.
What I really love, and I've compared Ash to Doctor Who before, not that Ash time travels and all that, but it's easier to do this in Pokemon because it's a cartoon. Could you please, just even for a couple frames, bring back literally everybody?
Oh, I know. That'd be really cool.
Literally everybody. I don't know.
I wonder if that also means the end of Team Rocket.
That's an interesting question. Yeah, there's so much that's like not known right now. I think it was
It'd be cool if it. I'll be honest. Maybe I'm a little biased because I haven't watched all the way through yet, but it'd be really cool if it ended with him, Brock, and Misty.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, that's how it. That's technically not how it started, but like that's how it started.
That's
I
the
believe,
gang we all knew and loved.
I believe it was Mason, because I saw someone ask a really good question. I think it was Mason on Twitter. Mason, what the fuck is your Twitter handle? How come when I want to see it, I can't?
Well, while you're looking that up, I do want to just talk about the coincidence that me and Pauline, like 2 months ago, decided we are going to watch all the way through the Pokemon series. We decided it because Ash finally became the world Pokemon master.
Little did you know that they were doing that because that's what I fucking searched. Hold on. L-A-N. It's the same, yeah. L-A. Oh, there he is. Oh, you have an underscore, my dude. Yes, it was him. He tweeted, "I can't believe that after over 20 years, Ash and Pikachu are being retired. I wonder how this will affect Pikachu's status as the mascot of Pokemon going forward."
No kidding.
Because
kidding.
Now you see a Pokemon thing, and like even if Pikachu's not a part of it, he's a part of the logo or
Right,
some shit.
right.
You're like, oh, Pikachu's all over this thing, but it's 2029, and I've been watching Pokemon for a few years now, and Pikachu's not really a big deal. So you gotta wonder.
No, you know, if they do keep him the mascot, I was actually just formulating this concept right now. What if Ash, because Ash is the Pokemon master right now, right?
Pokemon champion.
But right.
There was
sure.
actually a clip. I watched the trailer. It was very short, but in the trailer, there's a clip of Gary, and Gary says to Ash, he doesn't answer him, but he asks him, now that you're the Pokemon champion, how close are you to being a Pokemon master? And Ash just sort of like, and then it cuts away.
Okay, good. Well, since he's the champion, I wonder, even though he's not the main deal of the show, how much Ash we're gonna get in the background.
Yes, no, that's an
Because
interesting.
Pikachu could still be in the limelight,
Right.
in a.
Yeah.
How am I trying to put this? Like Dumbledore in those shitty movies.
Yes, no, exactly. The Fantastic Beasts and Where to
Yeah.
Find Them.
Oh, I knew what it was called.
Oh,
I just
okay. Yeah,
wanted
you
to
just
specify
I
which
see.
ones I was talking about.
This is about to fall.
Sorry.
No, not your fault. No, I immediately thought of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously didn't have the staying power that Pokemon did, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Did it differently. Yu-Gi-Oh! Had like a good 5 or 6 seasons with the main character being Yugi, and then it switched, and it's like, it's not called Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore, it's called Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and, well, it doesn't star Yugi, but it stars this other guy named Jaden, but Yugi's not going to not be in the show.
Right.
And I didn't watch much of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, but I did see the first episode, and I love how they do this. Jaden, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is all about like a Yu-Gi-Oh! School that he goes to. He's late for class. First scene in the thing, he's late for class. He's on his way to school. He bumps into someone. It's Yugi, and Yugi's like, "Oh, you dropped your deck," and then he keeps going. It's really like
dick.
It's you dropped your dick. That's literally a joke from the Abridged series. But it was a really cool moment of like, the show's not about me anymore. Here's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck.
Yeah.
New main character. So I'm wondering if something like that's gonna happen, where it's like Legend of Korra, how it's like, oh, Ash, you mean the old guy who
Right.
lives next
Well,
door?
that's what
or
I'm
some
saying.
shit?
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure they're going to be a part of it, even if you don't even hire Ash's voice actor.
Right.
Even if like his face is just plastered on shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he will be some part. And that's a way to keep Pikachu alive in the franchise. If you want him to continue being your logo. If you want to be a master of Pokemon.
What could
that's
be
the
cool?
season we're in right now.
Oh, nice, good. I was like, that's a weird poll, but that makes sense. Oh yeah, Orange Islands. That's right. You were telling me. Here's something that would be cool. It'd be a cool parallel between the new arc of Pokemon and Pokemon Gold and Silver. What if one of the main characters of what if one of the main characters of the new main characters?
Oh, you can kind of see that poster.
Yeah.
He's got a timeline poster.
It's a
of
timeline
Pokemon.
going from 98 to 2013. It came out when X and Y came out. I'm sure you've seen it at your local card shop, because I certainly see it every time I go into one. I actually have 2 of those. I have another one of those floating around.
One?
It's bent and shitty, but it's all yours if I find it. Unless I gave it to someone else. I don't know. I think I still have it, though. What if one of the kids on Pokemon, his goal is like detached from Ash's, of course, but he's like, I want to be the champion. And then they're like, oh, but no one's beaten the champion in 10 plus years. And then you finally get to the part of the show where he's facing the champion, and it is old Ash.
Oh, yeah. I've already formulated. That has to happen, right?
I wouldn't. It would be okay.
It'd be awesome. See, I've got 23 more years worth of Pokemon to go get through. I can only imagine this happens at some point. If it hasn't, it'd be a really cool moment if he's got Charizard and Charizard is trained really well.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah. Well, I think I don't know either. I feel like he has Charizard in X and Y, but I'm not quite sure. I remember X and Y was.
He kind of has to, right? Because that's when they talk about mega evolutions, and it's.
Well,
such
he
a
also
big
has a
deal about
Greninja, and
Charizard.
his Greninja like mega evolves in a weird way. That's like, oh, he has Ash's hat on or some shit. I don't know.
Right.
It gets. Anyways, no, I want some. They've done everything else that they wouldn't say they've done so far. Ash is no longer going to be a character.
Yeah.
He beat the elite. He won the championship.
Well-
but the one thing that they said they would never do, that now it's their opportunity to do it, age Ash.
Yep.
Even if he's a year older, like just make him older than 10.
Well, they said, if you remember, they we have recordings of us talking about this, but they said unless they were in a bad way, they were not going to age Ash or evolve Pikachu
Or allow him to win.
But now he's won, and now he's leaving the show. But Pokemon's in a fantastic spot. You can't even get Pokemon cards
Right,
if you
right.
wanted. I mean,
Yeah.
the company Pokemon is doing very well, so it makes me
No,
wonder
it really feels like...
why is it happening now?
It feels like, and this has been happening with a few companies, it feels like the new blood is taking over.
Yeah.
And the new blood is like, well, they said that shit about Ash, but we really want to move on and do some other stuff.
I watched Ash when I was 5. Now I don't want to write about Ash.
Well, that's the thing, right? Doctor Who kind of gets away with this a little bit, but like, you write the same fucking character for so many years. Like, how much more can you do?
Right.
You have to think about Pokemon. Think about how I can only assume the formula of an episode continues to go to this day. Every Pokemon episode, Ash has to meet a new character that has a problem, help them solve that problem, get interrupted by Team Rocket, who has to say their entire slogan and do their whole fucking thing, even if it's just for a scene. Sometimes Team Rocket becomes the main antagonist of a given episode. And then he has a moment at the end where he's like, well, another fucking thing I solved. On with my journey.
Yeah.
To never hit puberty. To never hit puberty another day, and all his fucking friends go, huzzah! And then the episode ends.
All his friends.
Episode ends with the same dude, I might add,
Misty's
being like...
got 3 kids at this point.
and then it cuts to the same dude, and he's like, will Ash ever hit puberty? Probably not. But wherever there's a Pokemon, there's a friendship. Or he always says some bullshit like that. And then you get the theme song.
Well,
again.
that's you know what my favorite part about Pokemon is so far, and Pauline gave me shit about it yesterday. Do you want to read that first?
No, you finish what you're saying first.
I love making fun of Ash. There's an episode where there's a cowboy who's wrangling. He's got Magnemite.
Oh,
made
yeah?
to collect electricity.
Yeah, and he has a Jolteon who...
Yeah.
And then he get... Oh, yeah, I fucking love that episode, dude.
There's a scene where he hands Ash the reins of 2 Tauros, and Ash is like, oh, and I just sat there and I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if Ash just looked this motherfucker square in the eyes and said, I have 23 of these, you know? And then that dude looked back at him and said, how are they in battle? And Ash looks back and says, I don't fucking know.
No, you don't understand. It was a conservationalist move on my part. It wasn't for battle strategy for once.
But, like, this fucking kid, he's got a Squirtle, he's got a Bulbasaur, and he's got one evolved Pokemon right now, and his fucking Charizard, and he doesn't listen. And he's like, oh, man, if only I'm like, dude, you have a Tauros who will destroy anything. Just use it. And then he was like, I'm going to bring out my secret weapon, Muck. And it's like, yeah, Muck's cool. He is.
Professor Oak, I'm struggling in the Elite Four. Could you send me Krabby?
He did that.
I know.
He did, but then it evolved. That's the other thing too. This motherfucker has a Tauros, a Muck, and a Kingler doing nothing.
Yep. Yeah. Well, now he also has a Bulbasaur doing nothing, right? You've got to that part.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Spoilers. I want the inverse of that, where like in season, like he's hanging out on the Sun and Moon Islands trying to become the best trainer, and someone pulls out a Lowland Muck, and he's like, oh, I have a Kanto version of that Muck. I caught it 19 and a half years ago. And then the song from Kill Bill starts playing. Yeah, exactly. You got it.
But yeah, I said that, and Pauline was like, you don't have to be so savage. And I was like, no, I do. I do, because sometimes this show isn't. Sometimes it is. Sometimes the show gives him the shit he deserves.
Yeah.
But sometimes they just like don't like somebody had to have been like, like 10 episodes ago he caught. We even talked about it.
Right. This is
He was just so in awe of these fucking Tauros.
This is
and
not.
It pissed me off. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's even within. I can understand a little continuity errors between season 1 and season 18. But
Oh yeah.
that was season 1 to season 2,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. Yeah. I've said this before. This is not a joke. Because it sounds like I'm joking, but Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love the fuck out of it. There's a scene in that movie where they're fighting the Reggies, because the Reggies are like the guardians of that tree that Mew is invading or whatever. And Ash gets hit with an ice beam, and he makes this sound, and by he I mean Veronica Taylor makes this sound.
We've met her.
Where I've met her twice.
Oh yeah, you did.
She's very cool and very nice, and I would meet her a third time if I got the opportunity.
I'd
to.
meet her again if I had the chance.
But the sound that Ash makes,
yes,
he's just like Reggie Ice. Blah! It's like it sounds like they killed Veronica Taylor to get that sound clip. It's just like oh man, yeah, Ash's voice. He's definitely doing it in this movie. He's gonna. That's the guy who saves the day.
Ash Ketchum-all.
I want
whatever
like,
the fuck.
I want like yeah. His last name is literally to catch them all. I want like and Ash is champion, and they're showing like a montage of his best moments on the screen, and it's like him catching Caterpie and him catching Jirachi and saying goodbye to Misty, and then it's just like yeah. It's like
just that one.
Yeah, just that one clip of him freaking out over Reggie Ice. He pronounces it Reggie Ice. That can't be right?
That's how I pronounce it.
No, I've always
Reg Ice.
I always say Reg Ice because
the rest of them are Reggie though, right?
Right, but it's because it's Reggie and then a word that starts with a consonant. Reggie Steele, Reggie Gigas, Reggie Draco. But then
Reggie Malfoy.
Well, no, the thing I said wasn't fake.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
But then it's just Reggie and then CE. It's just Reg Ice. So I always assume. Right. But I guess Reggie Ice is how they wanted us to say that. I don't know. Put a second I then. None of it matters. It's a fucking high fantasy, dumb bullshit naming conventions. Just put a second I. And then kids are like, what's that? And then they look it up and they're like, oh, it's Reggie Ice. Also, it doesn't matter anyways. Yeah. Oh, Langwell, Mason Drizzle says, I'm really hoping this means a Pokemon story with a more involved and focused story instead of the same formulaic show. The lore of the new game is actually really interesting.
Yeah, it would be really cool if they spiced up Pokemon with this
dude.
introduction. Yeah. Like, make it a fucking anime.
That's got to be why they did this, right?
I can only imagine.
I bet you there was a room of writers and they were like, we have 3 options. We keep doing the same bullshit. We keep going with Ash, except we age him and try to progress his story, but like for the first time literally ever in 20 years. Or we do something completely different. And they chose option 3, and I really respect them for that. It had to have been a really hard decision.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, sitting here, I can't say I wouldn't have enjoyed aged Ash more.
Right.
I mean, but I don't know. It's not fair because I don't know. I haven't really seen anything about the new characters. But, yeah, I don't know. I do want aged Ash moments, if at all possible.
Yeah. No, I want some, like...
I'd like to see Raichu.
I don't think that's going to happen. That is one of the things, though, that they've yet to do. That might be a little bit of a smack in the face. You meet old man Ash and he has a Raichu.
Well, no. I think that might be the last episode, I bet.
Ever? Of this show? You think they're going to evolve Raichu at the end of season 25?
Yeah.
That I'd be more comfortable with. If he evolved off camera, I'd be a little upset.
Yeah, that would be upsetting.
I like that better. I still think I'd rather him stay Pikachu, and I know that's the opposite of probably what I said last time we talked about this years ago, but like I don't know. I'm getting older, and I want Ash to get older with me, and that hasn't happened yet. And I think well, Pikachu, it's finally time to evolve you would go down really smooth right about now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They did. I should have seen it coming, too, because they did, like, Bye Bye Butterfree 2. They did, like, a Bye Bye Butterfree follow-up, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And
Have
then
you been keeping up with the anime?
No, I just every time it makes news, I hear about
I
it.
see. Sure.
And then he wins, and it makes like national news. I'm sure international news of like fucking Ash won. Everyone stop, Ash won. And it's like we should have known that something was up when they were doing all this Ash closure.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm agreeing. Here's what I don't want to see: Ash with a beard. But I think I'm agreeing with you. I think
want Ash with a beard.
I don't want Ash with a beard.
The whole time we've been talking about it, I'm picturing Ash with a beard.
Have you seen Vegeta and Goku with a beard?
Well, that's weird. No, that's weird. But
why is that weird?
Because they're already grown adults.
Oh, okay.
You could give me Ash Ketchum older with a beard, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's what he looks like as an adult. But Vegeta's got a fucking pointy egg-shaped head, and they gave him a beard, and it's like, I don't know. Goku, I recall not being that bad, but Vegeta does not.
You look at Vegeta, and
don't give him a beard.
You look at Vegeta, and you see the world's most extreme widow's peak, and you're just like, "What's up with that?" And then someone's like, "He's an alien," and you're like, makes sense.
Then you give him a beard, and it's weird.
You got him a beard, and now he's sort of. You remember he's kind of human. And it's like, wait a minute, hold on. Why now? No, I get it. With Vegeta and Goku, it's like, why now? Why not before?
Right.
Why not? What? And why both of you? Why both of you?
Well, they're brothers and they're bonding. They're doing brother stuff.
Brothers?
Are they not?
No.
I'm pretty sure they end up being brothers.
Goku and Raditz are brothers. Raditz dies in episode 1.
Right.
Piccolo, he sacrificed himself or whatever, and then he comes back and Dad of the Year. But no, Vegeta is Prince of Planet Vegeta.
Right.
His father is King Vegeta.
Right.
Vegeta. But Goku is he's not half Saiyan, half human. He's full Saiyan, but he was raised on Earth.
Right.
That's what it is. And that's why Vegeta hates him so much, because he's so fucking powerful and he doesn't even notice it. And he's just like, if I've been training we weren't talking about Dragon Ball Z. It doesn't matter. What was the other bit of news? I'm excited because I don't necessarily know if I know it.
So it actually has evolved into two things.
Okay, yeah, go lay 'em on me.
James Gunn.
Oh my God!
Said
some James Gunn stuff happened. I forgot.
Said, Henry Cavill, I'm so sorry you made the trip down here and quit The Witcher, but you don't have a place here either.
So interesting, and we're gonna talk about
that.
Well,
you know
more.
what's
what was
funny?
Hang on. What was the second thing?
Well, announced today, Henry Cavill's just sitting on the side of the street because nobody wants to do anything with him, and Warhammer comes up to Henry Cavill and says, "You like our game, right?"
Kidding
and
me?
he's like, "Huh?" And they're like, "Do you want to star in the live-action Warhammer show?"
Did that really happen?
And he was like, "Uh-huh." And they're like, "All right, come on."
I heard that they might ask. I didn't realize it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
all the online articles are him just like looking at a Warhammer mini, just like, yes. I guess he loves Warhammer. Has his whole life.
He's
apparently.
a huge nerd. He loves World of Warcraft.
That's cool.
Played all the Witcher games, read all the Witcher books. So a couple months ago, Henry Cavill was like, I can't do a British accent, but he was like, "Hey gang, I'm playing Superman again. I'm not doing The Witcher, giving it to some other jamoke." And we were like, okay. But now it seems like there was a meeting, and they're not doing Superman. They're just not doing Henry Cavill's Superman, which is interesting because I didn't know this because I have been open about my hatred of the Black Adam movie that I haven't seen. I just refuse to see it. But there's an after the credits scene with Henry Cavill Superman. I looked it up online. Henry Cavill looks perfect. His logo looks great. His hair looks perfect. He looks really cool. It was a cool scene. Fuck off, I guess.
Well, honestly, I've got a few things to say. They might be unpopular opinions. I applaud James Gunn for the decisions he's made so far, and I haven't even heard a word about the movies that he's actually making.
Here's the deal. I want to take it a step back from your opinion. I applaud James Gunn for being the person to make the tough decisions, because it seems like he's made a lot of tough decisions. Who knows if they were the right ones until the movies are actually made? But I trust James Gunn a lot
No,
with
that's
stuff like this.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I think he's saying what you and I have been sitting here trying to get at for years, and he's putting it into action. And I'm not even a big fan of either IP, but like I was even a little like, dude, you've got such a following with The Witcher. You're really gonna go back to those shitty DC
You also
movies?
like if you're Henry Cavill and you're like I'm out on The Witcher, you're ruining your relationship with Netflix because Netflix famously loves to reuse actors.
Yeah.
And Henry Cavill is no different. He played The Witcher he played Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher, and he played Sherlock Holmes in the Enola Holmes movies. So even Henry Cavill, this big, huge Hollywood star, Netflix is like, hey, what are you doing? You want to be in another thing?
Yeah.
But you can only assume that's at least a little severed now that he was like, I'm out on The Witcher, I got to play Superman. And now it's blown back in his face, it seems like.
I'm a little, I don't know, I don't want to say I'm happy, but I feel karma has done the proper job it was supposed to do in this situation.
And I don't even know if Henry Cavill deserved it until he said, fuck The Witcher.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. I mean, that's the other thing, too, is I'm making a actor statement, not a franchise statement.
Okay.
You've got Chris Evans literally hiding his fucking face in a Marvel thing because he's in the middle of doing another project, but they needed to reshoot a scene for an Avengers movie. Just fucking do both, dude. Be an ambitious actor. Be in The Witcher and be Superman. Plenty of other actors are able to juggle multiple roles. Who do you think
it was? It was probably DC who was like, if you're going to be Superman, you can't be anything else.
I don't know if either of them were like that. I just have a feeling he didn't want that busy of a schedule. But then don't be Superman and take up a huge role in Netflix.
Yeah. Perfect modern-day example of that is Tom Holland, who is Spider-Man and continues to be Spider-Man, but has been in like 4 or 5 other blockbusters.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, I've seen his work on both ends. He looks like a great Superman. It's not really his fault that Superman's not really panning out. But I watched The Witcher, did not fucking understand it. I guess that's my fault. But he did a really good job acting in it.
Drizzle has some info that neither of us had.
Sure.
It sounds like Henry Cavill left The Witcher because he's very upset with the writers because they're deviating heavily from the books.
Oh, interesting.
That is a bit of
that does change.
Yeah.
That does change the tides a bit. Okay, if it was an integral move to leave, that's a different story. No news outlet has spun it that way.
Yeah,
I've seen.
No, right. That might be what's actually happening, but every like you said, news outlet is just like Cavill out, Hemsworth in.
Yeah. Okay. That would be cool if it's an integral move. I definitely get respect for that.
Yeah.
Now I kind of feel bad about the Superman thing. But okay, here's my question with that, though. Why was it structured like he's leaving that to go be Superman? Because every news outlet set it up like that.
Well, maybe I think what it's sounding like probably happened was the guy plays Superman 3 times.
Yes.
Nobody liked it. And then he was like, okay, man, I'll go do something else. What else is out there? And Netflix is like, well, we're doing a thing based off Witcher, and he's like, well, hold on, partner. I'll play that. And then this happens. The new news that we just got happens, and he's like, oh, okay. Hold on. Actually, fuck y'all. Then the next day, Papa DC Comics, Detective
Papa
Comics
Gunn?
Comics is like
Papa Gunn would have been his rap name.
Visual images in my head. They were like, do you want to be I know what we said last time. I know. Do you want to be Superman again? And Henry Cavill's like, in what? They're like, fuck if we know. He's like, all right, I'll do it. And then James Gunn rolls up. He's like, I'm here now. See this long list of things we had planned? It's gone.
Rightfully so. Long list of things they had planned. Do you mean the
Yeah,
dartboard?
the 4 or 5 things that they
Yeah.
mentioned once or twice.
Like they're thinking that far ahead.
No, but now they will.
Now they will. James Gunn,
Yes.
Elon Musk,
Uh-oh.
James
That's not what I
Gunn
expected the next words to be.
executing everybody at DC. They get the brains are working similarly. That's what I'm getting out of it. They just both took over. They just both took over and were like,
Yeah, except Twitter's a fucking travesty now.
yeah, well, it got sad on that end. James Gunn made integral moves. Elon Musk is just showing alpha male dominance is what it sounds like.
No, we're not getting into it. We're just not going to get into what's wrong with
He
Twitter
got
right now.
booed at a comedy show that he jumped up on stage with Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
and I
well.
guess the whole audience booed, and then he went on TV and was like 10% of the audience booed, and it's like, I don't know, bro. Sounds like they booed you on Office.
Was it you who was telling me that a interviewer trying to be respectful pronounced his daughter's entire name, and he was like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
yeah.
Man, what a joke of a man he is to me.
Is he English? He's not, right?
No, he's. I'm pretty sure he's not English.
Is he from the United States?
That's what I was gonna say, but I was like, wait, I don't know that for sure. I'm gonna go incognito for this particular search.
There's just something about him that comes off so European to me, but I feel like it's just not the case.
His Wikipedia article, please. Why doesn't it say?
Also,
He's from space, I guess.
he could be. Elon Musk's stage name? Is that his real world name?
He was born Elon Reeve Musk. That is his real name.
His last name is Musk. That's pretty cool.
Elon Reeve Musk is a business magnate investor. He's founder of... Where's he from? Where was he born?
Space.
He went to University of Pennsylvania.
That's good. We were there 2 weeks ago.
Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, and briefly attended the University of Pretoria before moving to Canada at the age of 18, acquiring citizenship through his Canadian-born mother. 2 years later, he matriculated at Queen's University. Oh, I don't care about his education. So is his mom Canadian?
Sounds it.
Oh, his Canadian-born mother, yes. Okay, so he's Canadian, but he grew up in South Africa.
Okay.
That's kind of really interesting. I don't care about him.
No, I don't really either. He's doing some weird shit. He's no longer the world's richest man.
Because he blew it all on Twitter.
Probably.
Yes, James Gunn is doing the hard work, so we don't have to. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be his last Marvel thing, but I think I'm okay with that, knowing
where the talent's going.
Well, yeah, but also like it's starting to sound like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be the swan song for many members, if not all of the members of Guardians of the Galaxy. We have confirmation that it's Drax's last movie, or at least Dave Bautista's last movie as Drax. Which, by the way, hands down funniest moment of the Christmas episode.
Him in the elf blow up doll.
No,
Not
when he's
the you know what I'm talking about. The what do you call them? I don't know. The
lawn ornament.
Lawn ornament.
Yeah. Blow up lawn ornament. No, blow up doll is the correct term, but that has I know what you mean. It has anyways, he's out and he's in front of the Chinese Man's Theater, and someone takes a picture with him, and the person goes, "I can't believe I got a picture with the God of War."
Yes. That was funny.
Yeah. Lady, I get it, man. So, was there any other?
Those were the big ones.
Those were the big ones, and we did talk about them for quite a bit. Yeah. Every week, there's more James Gunn DC news.
That's awesome.
Because 4 weeks ago, or 5 weeks ago, or whatever, we were like, James Gunn and Peter Safran, new heads of DC. What's this going to be? And we had to wait no longer than one podcast to find out. Like, He started making moves immediately.
Oh yeah.
He started making moves faster than I thought it was legally possible to start
Right,
making
right,
moves.
right.
Like, I didn't think we'd hear any news.
Mhm.
Like, I thought maybe, like, in the next couple month or so, we'd get, like, hey, guys, just updating you. Things are going to be changing. Can't get into what so far. But James Gunn is on Twitter like, Wonder Woman's dead. Aquaman's dead. Shazam is dead. No more Henry Cavill. Get the Flash out of here. We're redoing the Thing. Do you like Kingdom Come? Everybody likes Kingdom Come. I know the answer is yes. Fucking buckle the fuck up. Kingdom Come is on its way. Without Henry Cavill. Wait, they're going to do Kingdom Come without Henry Cavill. That's so odd to me.
But I think it's clear he's starting over.
Right. But how do you start over and then do Kingdom Come? It's got to be an animated thing. That's what I'm predicting.
Okay.
That the Kingdom Come thing is going to be animated. Because he's made a point in all of his posts to be like, we're unifying movies, TV,
Right.
and anime.
Right.
And that's going to be easier because all the CW stuff is coming to an end. Flash is having its last season. Legends of Tomorrow just ended. I think the only one that's still running is Batgirl, and the reviews for that are terrible. Or Batwoman, sorry. Not Batgirl, Batwoman. And the reviews for that have been not great. So I think he's going to have an easier job doing that than...
All he has to do are these tough, like, breakups.
Right. I can't wait, just because I know this is going to happen because it's me, and I just have terrible luck with stuff like this. But he's going to be like, we're redoing everything. Here's the new Wonder Woman. Here's the new Superman. Everything is changing except Titans. Titans is staying right where it is.
No, I think he's on the ball. It's funny too though, because you're like, we're sitting here like, say goodbye to Henry Cavill, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Then he looks at Batman and he's like, there's gonna be a new Batman. Surprise, surprise.
He said that he had a meeting with Ben Affleck.
Oh,
not about playing Batman.
Oh, he is a director too.
About directing
Yeah.
the next Superman movie.
Okay. I'm sure he's great behind. Ben Affleck's fine in front of a camera too. He had no business being Batman though.
Correct. Everything you just said is entirely correct. Real quick before we close,
We just got a message too.
oh, is the Harley Quinn show over? Not sure yet. It's doing really well, so I'm sure no. But nothing's over until he says it's over. You know,
Yes.
Wonder Woman 2 isn't completely canceled until he says it is. And wait, hey, look, he said it was. Real quick, if your answer is I have no idea, that's totally fine. Who would you want to play Superman? Because I feel like a lot of the go-to answers are already Marvel superheroes. You know?
Yeah. Man. Henry Cavill looked fine. I don't remember. I haven't seen a Marvel DC movie with him in it in a long time.
You saw Man of Steel, right? You hated it?
That was years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember.
Right. I see.
I
what
don't
you're saying.
remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he looked fantastic.
Mm.
Oof.
I know.
There's nobody who's already on the scene who fits the
Yeah.
identity well.
Yeah,
right now.
that's the thing. We might not have even met the actor who's going to play Superman.
Right.
Like, it might just be, yeah, I don't know.
Who would you? I mean, who's out there? Jog my memory. Maybe you say somebody and I'm like, oh, yes.
My first thought, and this is the wrong answer, right? But my first thought was Robert Madden, the guy who played Robb Stark.
Oh.
He was in he was Icarus in the Eternals.
Yeah, he would have been a good pick.
But I think my brain only went there is because he basically already played Superman when we're talking about what superpowers he had.
If this was 20 years ago,
yes,
I would have said Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan is
Yeah.
in Black Adam. He's playing Dr. Fate.
Oh.
He lived long enough to be cast as Dr. Fate, and he never got to play Superman, which is hilarious.
Assuming he can do an American accent. I don't know. One of Superman's big thing is he's lands in the United States.
Right, and every time he doesn't, it's like
it's a huge spin-off.
Right, yeah. That's what that's what Superman
Red
Sun.
Sun, yeah.
It always confused me because it's Batman under the red hood, and then it's Superman Red Sun, and I always want to say I always want to say Superman Under the Red Sun. But
Wouldn't
that's
it
not
be
what it's
so
called.
cool if, I mean, he hasn't officially said this, but it's clear this is the direction he's. I'm confident saying this at this point. He's doing a hard reboot.
Seems like it.
Wouldn't it be so fucking awesome if 5 years from now I got my Superman vs. Doomsday movie?
Even with the hard reboot, you think they would? Do you think they would do that, having
Oh, yeah.
just done it in
Yeah,
2016?
fuck it. They just made Spider-Man before they made Tom Holland.
Right, but
Spider-Man.
they're doing that. Yeah, no, I was.
They
gonna,
didn't really do it though. That's my point. They shoehorned
No,
it
I know.
into a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So if he was like, they could probably do it, make a whole movie out of it, and nobody even, I mean, the mainstream population wouldn't even really notice that it was the same thing.
I've been saying this for a while. They should take all the bullshit they tried to put into Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and make them all their own movie. There should be a Death of Superman movie. There should be a Batman versus Superman movie. There should be wait, who's that? Oh, it's Wonder Woman. She's been here the whole time movie. And there should be a Dark Knight Rises. That's what it's called, right? When he gets old, and there should be a Dark Knight Rises movie.
No, that's the first.
Oh no, Dark Knight Rises is the third Bale movie. What was it?
The third one.
Dark Knight.
No, the second one, isn't it?
No, it's Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
What is it called? What is the when he gets old and he's got
I know what you're talking about.
Redhead Robin girl who I have a pop of. What do you call that? Dark Knight Returns? Is that what it's called?
Oh, maybe.
It was written by fucking.
It was written by that one fuck.
Where is that pop figure? Why is it not Batman?
You do have 170 of them or some
Hold on,
shit.
it's right. I found it.
Oh boy.
It's Batman. The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, it's called Dark Knight Returns.
Okay.
It's called Dark Knight Returns.
I believed you.
I didn't believe me. Yeah, no, because that movie, you're right. The biggest problem with that movie, besides the acting from Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill and Amy Adams, and Gal Gadot, but we didn't know that yet, is that they're just like, everything in one fucking movie, it'll be the best movie ever. And then it was horse shit.
Yeah, too many concepts. They blew all of their like saved up DC big endgame moments in one film, and it's like, cool, now what?
No, there was no ramp up like in the MCU. We have a whole video about that I'm pretty sure James Gunn might have watched, and if he watched our Fixing the DCEU video,
well, he's following it so far.
If he watched our Fixing the DCEU video, I can't wait to hear the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 soundtrack.
Obviously, fucking Taika Waititi didn't watch our Thor: Love and Thunder one.
No, you know what? Fuck that dude.
Oh no!
He did watch ours, and he said, "All right, that's the no-fly list."
Damn, you're right. We're James Gunn, though, like we've been saying for 3 years, we're right here. If you need consultants, we're here. We're ready to do the job.
We are nobodies. We will work for peanuts. Like, you don't have to pay us what you pay, like, high-end, like, Hollywood writers.
But we are of a liked mind, us and you. And if you don't think we can do a great job coming up with concepts, just watch the podcast we just made. Tell us how you like them video game apples, James Gunn.
And we came up with that shit based
in
off 2 words in like 10.5 minutes, my guy. Imagine what we could do with 3 years on Superman.
Just saying.
The whole channel has been a
ploy to get jobs at DC of all places. Based off of the content we've created.
Here's how our channel ends. It's a video with
Wait, we have to stop making the channel?
Yes. Here's how the channel ends. It's either it's a video with one of us and it's like, sadly the other one's dead.
Or I see, okay.
Or it's a video with both of us and one of us and we're like, good news, we work in Hollywood now. And then we click the delete button. Yeah, we do a real fart into the mic. And then we hit the fucking delete button.
Well, but wait, hold on. We've created safety clauses for ourselves so that this channel doesn't have to get deleted ever. or stop. We
Are you
we
referring
have
to-
little L
Are you-
Lightning and Thunder who are made they're like the vice presidents
Really, you think
of this
they're-
channel.
You think, okay, we both die. They're going to replace us and not Drizzle and Tsunami?
Well, no, it's obviously Drizzle and Tsunami. I'm just saying naming conventions. That was the original plan. It's quite clearly Drizzle and Tsunami now, who could take the role of Thunder and Lightning if they want. It's kind of like a superhero name. Like Batman Beyond, he steps in as Batman. You know,
like
they
how
could
there's-
become Thunder and Lightning.
Like
in
how,
that-
like
in that
how
case.
Wally was Kid Flash, but then when he grew up, he was Flash.
Yeah.
But in the history books, they call him Flash 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly. That they could just be Thunder and Lightning Beyond.
Thunder and Lightning Beyond. There is none.
No,
Thank
I
you
just
for-
told you.
Thank you for
We have so many ways to listen. We could die right now. The channel will keep going. Oh, Drizzle just commented. What did he say?
It's the Dread Pirate Roberts situation. Exactly. They're always gonna be there, but it's we die and then they come in. Or I will bring this back around to what we were talking about. We're hired by DC to make things right.
Make DC great again. Not the message we want to send.
No. There's a especially with DC, there's like a whole place in America that
Yeah, that won't be the slow. James Gunn nixed that one.
James Gunn.
We're
that would
allowed
be,
some
that
bad
would be
ones.
an example of not what we would do. I
There,
can't believe James Gunn canceled Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton. I didn't hear about that, but
yeah, I didn't know about that. Jesus Christ.
Well, Michael Keaton's still playing Batman in the Flash thing, right? It's the thing I'm most sad about. I'm
Yeah,
sad
that does sound sad.
I know this is not James Gunn's fault, but I'm sad that Batgirl movie never got made. It was looking like it was going to be pretty good. They had
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser as Firefly.
Oh wow.
It sounded pretty cool.
I
and-
think we're gonna get some cool stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I have no doubt we're gonna get some cool stuff. I'm just sitting here like the Shazam movie's coming out. It's probably the last one. There's no Wonder Woman coming out, which means Gal Gadot is probably out. Aquaman 2 is coming out because it's finished, but we're probably not getting any of that. The actor who plays the Flash is a in real life shithead, so who
Right.
knows if that movie is going to come out? Because if they can cancel Batgirl and be like, yeah, it was finished, but fuck it, we hate you. Good Christ, that Flash movie's not going to come out. I don't think.
Sure.
Especially because I feel like that Flash movie, because they were starting with Flashpoint for some fucking reason. I think it was gonna attempt to open up the universe of the DCEU and be like, what's over here? What's this?
Right.
We're doing more things with this. But fuck it, like James Gunn is here now.
James Gunn shall lead the way
James Gunn is here now. You
with
gotta
his
put
two
out,
interns, Thunder and Lightning.
You gotta take away the little basket of pretzels, and you gotta bring out the fucking caviar. Like these are now that James Gunn is here, this is the hors d'oeuvres we always have. We don't resort to pretzels, and those pretzels, I'm sorry to say, Gal Gadot, it's you, my
no.
guy. You are the pretzels.
I love how I really didn't do this intentionally, but I really soured your opinion of her.
No.
Okay.
No. I intentionally didn't. We are going long. I apologize. I intentionally did not let your opinions sour my opinion of Gal Gadot. What really put the nail in the coffin for Gal Gadot was Death on the Nile, where I
Yeah.
was like, once again, she's still doing her voice. This time it's less historically appropriative, but it's just like, that was the moment where I was like, Chris is right. I knew he was right, but now I'm like 100% like, she can't. I'm curious. I've never seen Wreck-It Ralph 2. I know she's in that. I'm curious to know if she did a voice for that. Because she
Prove
played...
me wrong. That's the point. That's where I'm at with her at this point. It's like,
Right.
prove me wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
If you can't do another accent, okay, I guess, but like, don't appropriate roles that require you to do another accent and refuse to do them. That's all I'm saying.
They they did that completely backwards. How they made everyone else on Themyscira talk like her, even though Thank you for coming. I can't believe we didn't crash.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, Let's Plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.